Hello, today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my Jeepin' Techo days for the month of March. This is a 5 slim size and I got the color blue. I did put some stickers in the front that I've been hoarding, so I decided to just put them in. I didn't stick them down, but I just put it in the little folder slip. So for now, it's decorated. But going into March, we have the cover page. So for the cover page, I just like to do a system where I fill out my reflections and like feelings before the month starts. So I pick like a word of the month, and then I write about how I feel about myself, how I feel about my relationship with other people. At the end of the month, I fill out the box for reflections, and then throughout the month, I kind of fill out a favorites of like music I've been listening to, cool facts, and then in the beginning is when I fill out these little prompts. So I just talk about time, energy, money, work, play, rest for the month upcoming. And here's some of my favorite songs this month. Really great. So let's get started. I wanted to do something new at the beginning of March, so I tried to do a reverse rainbow. So I have my spreads in purple, blue, violet, green. I try to do yellow and then orange and then red. So for these spreads, what I used the dual tip markers I have, and I just used a finer tip to write with them to fill these ones out. Otherwise, I typically write with the Unigel pen, but I really like how the colors look, and it's really nice writing with these pens. Like, it's like almost like a marker felt tip, but it's really nice. I like it. So this is like purple, blue, and I just use stickers. A lot of them are from Sticky Club last year, so some capybara stickers. So I bought them in a pack at the end of last year, and they're just really cute. I'm waiting for spring so I can use these like cute stickers and go out to the beach and stuff. So I'm saving those to use later in the year. But those are my stickers, and I'm still doing a thing where I just like have like quotes at the top, maybe some good memories at the bottom, and I just use stickers to decorate. So that's that. In the beginning of March, I'm still unemployed. I still am now, but got some like ghosted, got rejected, some auto rejections. I really love how I did this quote. I was really into Pitbull TikTok, so I've been listening to his music again, and I wrote this quote down. I really like it. And then I had my exam and I got gas. I think that's one thing about, I don't know, where I live, I guess, and being unemployed, to be honest, which is like I went 2 months without getting gas because I'm not going anywhere. So like that's a good thing about like, oh, unemployed, I guess I save money, but that's also because I'm not going anywhere. So it's really sucky, I guess, because it feels like I'm not living my life and I'm not doing anything. Every day feels like a weekend. Every day feels like unreal. Time passes in the weirdest ways, but I guess I save money, but I'm not really doing anything else. So that sucks. But yeah, I just been thinking a lot about being unemployed lately. I had an interview and had hot pot, which is really good. I really love that. And then I was playing some Penguin Diner because I was just bored. Sometimes I just love playing the old games I used to play in like high school and stuff like that. Like I'll go on to Hoonamass, I'll play the Papa's Freezeria or like Pizzeria games. Really fun, really nostalgic as well. So it's just, I just talk about my day. Some days I fill it out that day. If I don't feel like it, I'll write it out the next day, or when I feel like I want to catch up on it. I usually don't go more than 3 days just because I do have the time right now. So I do fill it out. Stickering, sometimes I do it ahead, sometimes I don't, just whatever I feel like it. Went to the library this day. Really love that. It's kind of crazy though because I went to the library, it's like Wednesday. It's like, why is it so busy on a Wednesday? Like, where are all these people? Why are they here? But at the same time, I was there, so whatever. Put down my noodles I had, And then, yep, more job rejections. Very fun. For me, I've been using a mix of sites. So I have tried like LinkedIn Apply, ZipRecruiter, Indeed. I even tried Handshake, which I actually got an interview through Handshake, which is actually surprising. So like I would totally recommend that. Like if you're like in college, or like if you still have access to your Handshake account from college, if you had that, because I literally got my internships in college from Handshake, and I got an interview through Handshake just because I was so lucky. That job posting was like the day before I applied, so I think that was a huge factor, just like the luck and timing that I got to apply when I did, because otherwise it would have filled up and I wouldn't even been considered. But the fact that I was on the site at that time and I saw the posting, I was lucky. So I actually ended up interviewing there, and I did the HR interview over the phone, and then I went in person for the first round. I did not make it to the final round, but it was a good in-person interview experience. I was also nervous because that was my first interview in person ever for a job. So at least for a job after college. So that was nice, but also very scary. But that happened in February. But yeah, just more rejections and auto rejections. I think it's just like, I don't even like looking at my email sometimes because all I see is the rejections, and if I do get an email, it's not a good one. But I made chicken tenders the next day. That was really good. Filled out, oh yeah, I had TurboTax issues, trying to do taxes for the family. Oh, and then, okay, this day I found out I got an interview offer. One of the companies I applied to back in like end of January, they didn't reach out until like now, and that was like the other phone interview I had. And I was surprised because at this point I finished all my in-person interviews I had lined up. For example, at the end of February I had that interview that did not work out, and they basically ghosted me and then rejected me. But this was like my last active offer. At that point I stopped applying just to give myself a little break. But this was my last one that I had passed the phone interview. So the fact that they gave me a second round interview was like, oh my gosh, I was so happy and so just like excited, because at least I got a reply and I got an offer to do an interview, because everything else has been a rejection. So that was great news. I went to Trader Joe's a couple of days ago, and I got a whole roll, or like whole strip of stickers. So I put them for St. Patrick's Day. And then yeah, my family member got COVID. Had some other good stuff happen. That was nice. And then I got sick, so I saw my family member on Sunday and I got sick. So had a fever that night, and I think because I was sick the next day, I didn't really journal that much. And then yeah, just being sick a little bit. Right now I'm doing a mix of stickers of like, it's still cold here. It's not too sunny yet, so I'm trying to still use up my winter and like chilly stickers. The boba and like feeling love, good messages from friends, and then just being tired too. Oh, and then this day, oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, well, let me talk about this first. I'm still using, or I still was using the tape runners, the Deco Rushes, but I ended up finishing it here for the flowers, and then I started up using the housing ones. So I like that. But this day I had my interview. I was late, I was stressed, and in my perspective, the other lady on the road was the crazy one. I was not crazy, because she literally brake checked me twice and then yelled at me. And I feel like I wasn't even doing anything wrong. Like, literally when she brake checked me, I had enough room to literally pull away from her too. I was not even following that close, and she ended up going up in the next lane anyway. So it's like, I don't know what her problem was. And that was the first time that ever happened to me, and that was stressing me out so bad because I had to rush home and do my interview right after that, so that was not fun. And then yeah, bad day, but I had my interview, and then I literally crashed the next day from everything I was feeling, so I did not write that much. These pages are like not that decorated. They're very different from when it looks like colorful and nice, but it's just life. It's like some days I am not feeling it, or like nothing is happening either. Either I'm really busy, I have nothing to say, or like literally nothing happens besides me watching TV. So that's that. But yeah, days I don't feel pressure to write and finish it out, because if anything, it reminds me that there are days like this, and that's like totally normal, that's fine. But it's also like I have so many days that I do fill out, so I don't feel sad about it in a way. Okay, so the 27th was a good day because I got an offer from that interview. Like, that's crazy, because that interview day was horrible, stressful, road rage I experienced from this other person, but I got that offer, and that is literally changing my life. It's crazy. Like, I've been unemployed for almost 5 months, or a little over 4 months, because I got laid off in last year. So that I've been unemployed since then. So this is literally changing my life. I saw the phone call in my voicemail and I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. I finally got a job again. So that's great. Here I did some quotes. I like to use the finer tip on the dual brush pens for the Tombos to write that. And then this is from Sticky Club as well, that sticker. And then the next day, got some coffee and met a friend. And then cleaned up my inbox, really needed. The next day I had dumplings. And then the last day, just a chill day. And I started filling out my April. and started filling out the days. And I don't know if you could hear my stomach grumbling right now, but I need to eat breakfast. When I journal in here, I want to also mention I like using a pencil board. This is the Hobonichi pencil board. It's the only one I own, the first one I've ever bought, and I really like it. So it's great when I just want to write underneath. I really like that. And yeah, that was my journal. And a little life update, I guess. It's been a crazy month because that's the thing. I just like it because it's April right now, and I just look back at the beginning of the month, especially. It's crazy how I went from just being sad and just like miserable. Honestly, I'm kind of still miserable now, but at least some good stuff happened. And it's like crazy, like, oh, that's what happened in March? These good news? And I was like, yeah, it happened. And now I'm at the beginning of April going through a new transition period, and you know, I'm ready to document my life in April, and I'm looking forward to it. So that's my little flip through, and thank you for watching.